I'm not gonna sit here and diagnose myself with shit. 'Cause I'm not no doctor, but I feel like I have been at extremely low points in my life and still acted like it was just another Tuesday. And the thing is, that shit's cool and all until it isn't. I am extremely good at keeping things to myself. I have had so many breakdowns, suicidal thoughts, all that weird bullshit stuff. And the people I live with, my parents, hopefully haven't had any idea. See, it doesn't matter how sad I get and shit. It was always like I could just pretend I'm cool. And I came across this concept of high functional depression. It made sense. It made sense. It was relatable to my situation. But just diagnosing yourself as depressed is kind of cringe. I don't really know what the neuroscience and shit behind it is, right? I just felt bad. I felt bad for a very long time, and it came to a point where I felt like offing myself. But yeah, a lot of people go through this stuff, right? Since I figured that most people don't know how I feel because I'm really good at keeping shit. I don't know how some people feel either. Then, right? Because we aren't all that different from each other, even though there's variations. We're the same species, live in the same country and shit, have the same culture, at least where I am. Not same culture, but like similar. So the thing is, your friends, your parents, mom, dad, siblings, if you have them, cousins, there's a chance some of them might be depressed or might just be having a low time, let's say. So, we're not here to diagnose people, but if they are having a low time, right, a low period of life, chances are some of them don't really tell you. Actually, there's like, when was the last time someone came to you and told you about like the deepest traumas in them? It doesn't happen too often, does it? Not unless you're just free 100% of the time and everyone's just texting you and stuff. The thing is, people often don't trauma dump to you. Right? Maybe you're not someone's favorite person. Maybe you're not someone's best friend. But even those people, keep in mind, even your closest people might not tell you if they're suffering in their life. And what your job should be is to tell them that you're there. Right? Just don't say these words because words don't mean shit. But whenever they text you, if you're playing some damn game or watching a movie or doing some stupid shit, text them right away because that's a form of respect. All right, get a notification. Oh, I'll answer him later. Later that day, you found out your friend is just having all these mental breakdowns and shit, and his mom's just screaming, crying, bawling her eyes out because he isn't behaving the right way. You never know when you have the perfect chance to help someone or save someone. So be aware that anything could happen at any point in time. And if a friend is reaching out to you, it doesn't matter for what it is. It could be because they feel lonely. We're social animals, we rely on each other to essentially feel good. But people don't realize the power they hold when someone approaches them. And sometimes you decide whether this person leaves this conversation with some beautiful insight, with a better mood, with thoughts that they didn't have before that could really help. And once you are available for those who matter, okay, because busy doesn't exist. Busy is a concept people use to give themselves an excuse. Doesn't matter what I'm doing, there will rarely be a situation which a friend cannot get in touch with me in more than an hour. Rarely. Right? Maybe I'm in school, college, whatever. But they are as well. These times of the day when you're supposed to be free. Right? Maybe you have classes, maybe you have online stuff, but when you're just by yourself, there is no concept of busy. Okay, maybe you're drawing something, maybe you're practicing an instrument, and you're gonna give that as a reason to not respect your friend enough. Respect someone who is approaching you enough to even answer them. At least let them know you're busy. Right? Let them know in what how much time you'll be present for them. If you can't do that, you simply don't respect them. And if you don't do this for anyone, it just comes back to you. You don't respect yourself to respect others. Because you can only give what you have, right? Isn't it? You can only give what you have. People don't just do shit out of the blue. They do it because they have it in their hearts. And to have heart isn't a difficult thing. You just have to stop being so self centered. Stop thinking about it as your life and think about it as a life you get to experience. You get to do all these things. You get to embrace all these people for who they are. You get to love these people for who they are. You get to respect these people for who they are. That should be a window for you to help people like me. People who will act like everything's okay, who will behave like everything's going just fine, even when it's going to absolute havoc. That's the way you help someone. And me personally, I feel like a lot of people go through the same shit. Right? Opening up is quite difficult because you're giving someone else the power in that moment to govern how you will end up feeling out of this conversation. And it might not always be good. But it's the same thing with love. You can't just not love someone purely out of fear that they will end up leaving you or cheating on you. There's so many people you can go to, right? And now you can ask AI chatbots if you're shy of giving power to someone, if you really need help, if you need to talk, and if you need to feel seen. That's an option as well. Just know that you aren't alone. Right? There's people who would love to help you, right? At least one person. And sometimes that person has to be you, right? So take care of yourself. You are your own child and you are your own mother. In some cases, you do have to care for yourself. You do have to tell yourself it's gonna be okay. And the easiest word to keep is the one you give to yourself. Good night.